Alright, today we're going to try to blow through a couple of these monitors. Not a whole lot. People say they don't. A lot of people just throw them in the trash. Throw them in the trash. But there's some value. Bunch of low grade wire for sure. These little guy on here, easy way to take them apart. Get rid of that without having cutting wire. Smack it one good time, it's gone. Little steel. Alright. Wiggle and pull up so you don't break that. Don't want to let the gas out. Little circuit board. Got some goodies on there. Cut all that stuff off later. Got a stack of them under the table already. Eventually I'll get through all of them. Got some more screws here. A little loudness, so people that don't care for the loudness, there's some in here. Break that lumber. Spin around. And I do take a broom periodically and sweep up all these screws. Put them in a pile. Screws go in the scrap iron dip. You know, you save a few washers. You always could use extra washers. You can always use extra washers. I don't know how many times you go hunting one down. But if you keep a pile of it, doing like I do, you got a bag of them. Got a little copper in this one. We'll get to that in a minute. Finish ripping all this other stuff out of here. Cut all these goody wires out. Another little circuit board in there. Just a couple things. Most of this stuff is just throws in the you collect the tin and stuff like that out of it. 55-gallon barrel. I put all these little circuit boards in it. Getting close to being full, so. Yep, I missed one. There's that one out. Get rid of that. More scrap iron. This dude here. And some of these, that one's going to be a steel one. That's going to be stainless or aluminum. Most of them, they're stainless. But there's a second one. And usually the second one will be a stainless steel one. You got your stainless steel ring, stainless steel bolt. All right, let's get this dude off here. Away she goes. All that copper. All it takes is a good hammer. Take it right apart. Some low grade. Cut this little guy off. A little piece of brass on the end there. My low grade wire. And if you look, little pieces of brass in it. You cut the brass off. Save all the little pieces. The rest of that goes in the number 2 copper. And don't forget a piece of number 2. This little guy right here. Underneath that electrical tape is a big string of copper. Good stuff. Dump the screws in the bucket. Over here for a trash bucket. And I think there's stuff inside the tubes, but I don't like getting into the tubes. I mean, a lot of glass. You get glass in your hands and just a little craziness. A little piece of brass off of there. Okay, that little guy right there, same thing. Here's my clothes, a piece of brass, almost missed. Smack it, it's gone. Quick, way, and easy. Clip the rest of these wires off here. Guys in the way. But there is a little piece right here separated out. Just takes a second to separate it and get you a little piece of what's that, sheet aluminum. There's a little piece in there we'll get to it in a minute. Alright, let's retrieve our circuit board off of here. This little guy, get rid of the plastic. Here and here is the little bit of brass. Just takes a little more effort. cut the circuit board loose. End up with a little bit of brass, little brass. Not like number one. It's some people call it dirty brass or a little bit extra. And you always check which this one, getting light. These little terminals here are gold plated, so you don't want to lose those. Just take a second to pop them out. You got some gold plated terminals. And I've got a bucket full, which those I'll have to extract out of the plastic. Pop them out, put them in the bucket. And people say, oh, that's just, it's a waste of time, you know. But if you do it on every one, you end up with a collection of them. And then when you do the process, when you get a good bucket full, then you'll end up with a chunk of gold out of something they normally throw in a landfill. Now, that's my main prerogative, is keep stuff out of the landfills. Pop the aluminum ones out. Alright, there's a nut on the back side. We get her. And then you take your nips and pull these little studs out. Turns that into extruded aluminum. If you do enough of these, you'll end up with a good sized bucket full of them. Okay, grab a hold of the nuts. Take the screw out. There we go. Another piece of extruded. And these little guys, where'd the other one go? I seem to have mislost it, where'd you go? I'll find it here in a second. Anyway, I've got a bucket of those too. See? Lots of silver in there. It takes quite a bit to make it, but when you're just working a few hours in the evening, you know, just an hour a day or whatever, you'll end up with a bunch of them. Another backside of that one. Got it. Break it up, break it up. Don't want to come off. We will make it go off of there. Let go of the glove. And these little pieces of steel, you can pull those off. That one's already off. Flatten that dude out and got you some more aluminum. Get a good sized bucket. Get all the rest of the copper pieces off of here. These guys here, some more stainless steel. And you got this, got copper in that dude. I've got a bucket full of those so far. Now keep gathering those up. Got a bucket too. A little everything. Just keep throwing them in. let's get the rest of the copper out of there. Release that first. It'll take a day to come back and go through those guys. More of those. There's one right there. All right, you guys, come out of there, you. Okay. The rest of these in the circuit board and we'll work on them later. Get the rest of this stuff cleaned up. I've got like I said, I've got a whole shelf of those. Get all the goodies off of that. These are aluminum, so they'll go in a shred aluminum pile. Get all that off of there, make that clean. And magnet don't stick to none of those. So they can go in the stainless pile. 2 of them there. Alright, shred. Alright. Some circuit board stuff here. Get all that out. Put screws there. We don't want the metal in it. Just the circuit board pieces. And all the pieces count. All adds up to weight. Because all that's got aluminum and tin from the solder. And alright, let's get our anvil out here. My old friend the hammer. Couple good whacks. Clip off some plastic. Knock all that out. Got some number 2 copper. Add it to the bucket. More in the bucket. Pop this dude loose. And you got some more number 2. Alrighty. Another one of those guys. Makes it easy. Then we got this guy. The one I showed you at the beginning, which it's got a couple pieces on it. Take a hammer after him too. More circuit board pieces. When I get into the gold recovery, I hear you need the tin. There's different processes. You can use the tin, use like the silver to retrieve the gold, and it was like a table. I watched a guy do a video, and he would add silver to bring it back the gold. When they add, it's all liquefied with the acids, and then you can use like the copper, the copper to bring back the silver, and then you use steel to bring back the copper. And I think you can use the steel to bring back, bring back the tin. for the solder. Good job. There's your good chunk. And then don't throw it away just yet, because they hide some more inside. Pull the plastic open, crack open the deal. Look at there. More chunks of copper. Get rid of this stuff. We don't want the magnet under there. Just same thing. There we go. More copper. Throw in the pile. Now we get to the big guy. Big guy. Smack of that. Smack of that. Pull those big pieces of copper off. Don't forget the copper that's in here. Break our plastic apart. Give it back. And there we go. Pull the tape off. There you go. There's a good chunk of number 2. Rip the tape off of this one. Most of that off. They won't complain too much. All my chunks of plastic here everywhere. Gotta go through that and get the little pieces here. And these, just lay them down. Kind of break up the little ceramic stuff. I think that's ceramic, which I think it's you can stick a magnet to it, it sticks, so there's some kind of metal in it. You get her to break up, she'll fall right out. There's one. Let's get the other one up. Do it too. There you go. Another spot of that. Gather up your plastic and your trash. One more little piece right here. That was all of that one, maybe. I think that is. Yep, that's just another magnet. Got little pieces of that. Copper in there. Circuit board. On that barrel over there. Don't want to miss that stuff. And since the magnet sticks to these, I get to put these in the iron bucket. And you add it to your scrap iron total. You put it in a bucket or like a wash machine or something like that. Get it in there. Let's see, one more thing we forgot to get out. This guy. Okay. Got these two pieces here, just to throw that in your wire over there. That's just pieces of wire. And this, kind of fold it around, expose the copper, push her up where you can get a hold of it, separate it from the tape, because that is electrical tape. And just peel it off. And there you go. Nice size piece of copper. Nice and clean. Throw it in a bucket. And you got your trash. If you like me, press like, subscribe to my channel. The more the merrier. We'll see you next time.